Okay, so the forces which applied to a body physically, okay, contact to, that is called contact force, and all the forces which do not make direct contact with the body, that is called as, but act through a space, or are called non-contact force. Okay. So here, so in this, which type of force it will come, that we will learn in the force. They see here the muscular, because we are using the muscles to do some work. Our body we are using to do some work. To hammer the nail also we are using our body. That's why this muscular force will apply in the contact force, the muscular force will come. Okay, in non-contact force, there is a magnetic force. Okay, magnetic force is there because, see, if we are keeping the magnet, we want to attract some nails or something, iron pieces, then if we are keeping the magnet without touching, it will attract. Okay, if the force is applied in that. Okay, then another is gravitational force. Okay, these type of forces are used, is known as non-contact force. In gravitational force also, we are not applying anything. It is without a hand, without a touching, it get, so that we will learn in this lesson. Okay, this is okay. Now here you can see non-contact force, how it is written. It is defined: the forces which do not make direct contact with the body but act through a space are called non-contact force. The force of gravitation, the magnetic force, and electrical force. Here one more force is there, that is electrical force. Okay, are the examples. Forces at distance, because it is at a distance and we are just the material is attracted to the particular force. Okay, when we are forcing something without using our body, that is non-contact force. I hope you understood. Now next is consequential force. Consequential force is the force. See, for example, if I am for consequential force, what we can do? Just I will write down. This is consequential force. Okay, in that, what happens when we are hitting a ball? Okay, the cricket man is hitting a ball. Okay, he will hit a ball. The ball is here. Then after some time, it is hitting. Then again, it will, after some time, it rests in some one of the place. Okay, when the ball is hit it, and it is, when it will comes on, and after some time it stop, it get rest. Okay, it's come in the position. So that is a consequential force. Okay, so it is having its own play. When we are playing some, we are just playing, this consequential force is applied when it is on play. Okay, students. Then, so we will discuss, we will learn, read it. These forces do not exist on their own. However, they are called into play when a force is applied on a given body. Okay, when we apply on a given body, when it comes in on existence, means comes on rest. So that is called as consequential force. For example, when I just now I explained you. For example, when a cricket ball is made to roll on the ground by applying force. Okay, it stops after converting a certain distance, although no force is applied to stop it. Okay, so this is happens in it. Okay. Yes. Now next example you can see. For example, see one more example is there. Similarly, when we stretch a spring, okay, when we are stretching a spring or a rubber band. Now here what you are going to do? You are just applying a force to open it, to stretch it. then what is, because it is having a tension, okay, it is having a tension to come back to its original position. Okay, when we are stretching it from here to here, when the rubber band is stretched, okay, from here to here it is stretched, when it will come back to the original, now the rubber band is in tension. Now how it will come back? Okay, so when it will come back, it will become a small thing, a small rubber band. So it is a, this is also an, when it will come to the original position, then it is also known as the consequential force. Okay, so we can say that the consequential force can be defined as a force which is called into play when we are doing some, we are working on it, on of the some of the object, then a force is applied on an object. Is that clear, students? Now we are going to discuss about forces in nature. Okay, forces in nature is having the types which we have, just I explained you in the contact force and the non-contact force, that we will lead in the forces in nature. What type of forces are there? Okay, so the first force is muscular force. Okay, the first force is muscular force. Okay, students. So muscular force. By listening the word only, you can understand the here the force is used in a by a muscle. Okay, we are working with our hand or we are kicking a ball. Okay, these are the body. We are directly connected to the connected to the contact with the body. Okay, understood? With the material we are kicking. For example, if we are kicking a ball, no, okay, we are kicking a ball, we are just doing, we are opening the door, we are doing with our hand, we are using our muscles. So that's why it is called as muscular force. Now what is it is defining? Just let me see. So this force produced by the muscles of living beings is called muscular force or biological. It also called as biological force. It is also called as biological force. Okay, so yes, now let me read out. All living beings need energy for living. This energy converted into force for doing various activities. Thus the force is essentially produced by the muscles of living beings. Okay, now when we lift, push, pull, stretch or compress, we use our muscular force for lifting a heavy weight. Okay, when we are lifting the heavy weight, that time also we are using, for if we are filling a full of bucket and we are lifting it up, that is also a muscular force. Okay, pulling of wheel cart, pushing a lawn roller, stretching a chest pander, compressing a bale of cotton, etc. involves muscular force. So these type of, see, many things are there. Not only this, many more types of. It is very too many forces. We are whatever work for writing also we use the muscular force. With the hand we are stress, keep giving stress to our hand to do the work. Okay, so that force applied is also is related to the muscular force. Okay, students. Then, however, if the force required is too large and our body is incapable of producing it, so really, for example, to for plugging the field also, no? For hammering the just now before I told you about to nail the with to nail to stuck the nail into the wall. For that, what we are using? We are using a hammer. But the hammer is used by us. Without our hand, it will not work on the wall. Yes, it is true. So what you are going? Just you will hold the nail and you will use the hammer to nail the wall inside, to nail the put the hole in it. Okay, so what are the examples? Just we see, for example, bullocks are used for plugging fields, horses are used for moving carriages, donkeys and camels are used for carrying heavy loads, and elephants are used for mowing logs in jungles. So, okay. So, muscular force is used by the living beings, whatever type of living beings. It is not us. We can see the animals also who is taking donkeys, taking the things on his back. Okay, and then elephants are there, which is who is taking the logs to one place to one place to another. Okay, in the jungle you have seen. Okay, sometimes we use non-living objects for performing certain job. For example, we use axe for cutting wood, knife for cutting fruits, vegetables, meat, etc. But these all things we are doing with our hand, isn't it? So this muscular force will come under the contact force. Okay, students. Okay. Now next we have the mechanical force. Next is what? Mechanical force. Now, in this mechanical force, what we are having, we are using the machine. Okay. Now, for example, now here our hand is not used, but it is used by in the mechanical force, the machine is used, for doing anything. For example, we can take a washing machine. Okay, the force is applied in the machine to use to run the washing machine. Okay, so here it is written, no machine produces force on its own. Okay, it is not, because we need an electricity. Well, no machine is working without itself, it will not work. So it is needed electrical force. Okay, so in order to produce force, we must apply it with some kind of energy. The force used to run a motor car engine is produced by burning petrol. The force used to run steam engine is produced by burning coal. The wind turbines use the energy of wind to produce force, which is used for grinding wheat. Okay, so these are the example of mechanical force. Okay, so what in the grinding also, if you are grinding something where that machine is connected to the electric, to the energy, or the supply should be there, then only the motor will work. Okay, then sailboats also use the energy of wind to produce force which moves the boat. If we have sailboat, you can see the picture. In that also, what we are using for sail, the boat also, it is worked when the wind is flow. That time only the boat will move. Okay. Now the energy of flowing water is used to produce the necessary force which runs a generator to produce electric current. Now here you can see how it can be. Now you are seeing that in many of the places how the electricity provides. Now the water falls from the up, and when the turbine works, okay, water falls on the work and the turbine works, the hydroelectricity is produced. We have learned in other subjects learned in the previous class also, when the water falls from the up, the water falls on the turbine rolls and the hydroelectricity is produced. Yes, you know it. So this is how the electricity is generated. Okay. Now, yes, I hope you understood. So what is mechanical force? The forces generated by a machine are called mechanical force. Now next we have gravitation. Here what we are using? Machine. Okay. We are using machine. Then next we have gravitational force. For gravitational force, we have the best example, that is heavenly bodies. Yes, students, heavenly bodies. In that you can see the earth and the moon is revolving around. Okay, so all the planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and whatever, all the planets are revolving around the sun. How it is? No body contact is there, no contact is there. Then also it revolves around, because the sun is having a gravitational force. It is having gravity to they just be in a position. Okay, here, so we will read whenever, yes, who can read? One of the student can read, no? Okay, Avika, yes, don't raise the hand, students, only one student is enough. Don't raise the hands, student, lower your hands, I just asked. Avika, so about gravitational force, one of the student will can tell, Avika. Okay, she is not responding. Okay, Ashi can tell me.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear. Yes, tell me about gravitational force. Read out.
Ma'am, whenever an object is dropped, it always falls towards the ground.
Yes, the first point. Okay, wait. Here, the first point we can say is gravitational force when we are throwing a ball upward. Then what will happen? It will come back to the same position. Yes, it will come to our own hand. Yes, Ashi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Why?
Yes,
because the gravity is there. Newton has discovered that the Earth is having a gravitational force. The gravity is there. That's why when he thrown the apple upside, but it came down. This we have heard, no? Then yes, read.
Ma'am, for example, ripe fruits on a tree
Ripe
falls
fruits.
towards
Ripe fruits.
ripe fruits on a tree falls towards ground. A stone on the top of rolls downwards. If pushed, why can't this substance rise
Yes,
up?
this is a big question. Yes, it is very good. It is a big question that why the whatever things they are not, why it is not rising. If I am keeping the things over here, I am keeping the book, why it is not rising up? Okay, whatever the things is not floating. Okay, why it is not? Because the earth is having a gravitational force. That's why whatever the things we just throw it up, but it comes down automatically. Okay. So, yes, tell me.
It is because the earth pulls all objects towards its center. The pull exerted by the earth on the object is called force of gravity or gravitational
Yes,
force.
sin, yes, very good. So,
Yes.
since we are just throwing the things, pulling or something we are doing, but it coming to the position now, just I before also consequential force I explained you, but in that the when we are throwing a ball, okay, after some time it reaches and it stops at some point, and after some time it stops the ball. Ball is stopped getting stopped. Why? Because it is having a gravitational force and it is having, that's why after some time when it is in play, then it will after some time it stops. Okay, this is a reason. Okay, so we can say when the earth on the object is called force of gravity, when we are talking about heavenly body, then why it is because of force of gravity or gravitation of force. Okay, yes. Then
Ma'am,
Ashi.
yes, ma'am. Even when we throw an object vertically upward, the force of gravity of Earth at once starts acting on it. Firstly, it slows down the object, then stops it, and finally pulls it toward itself.
Yes.
It is the force of it is the force of gravity which gives weight to an object. Weight is basically the force of gravity acting on a body.
Okay, very good. So what they are telling? Yes, the gravitational force means the gravity of the particular object, because the earth is having a gravity and the object is, that's why after some time whatever object it is on play, it gets stops. Okay, that is the reason behind, because the particular object is having, it is a force of gravity which gives weight to an object. For example, if you are taking pulling up the bucket, why it is very weight? It is weight. Why? Because all the objects having a gravity, a weight is having. So
Yes.
it is a force of gravity which gives weight to an object. Okay. The force or pull by which an object is attracted towards Earth is called weight. Now next, yes, Ashi. If
If
you
you
hold,
hold a if you hold a stone in your hand, you will feel as if some force is pulling your hand downwards in order to stop your hand moving downwards. The muscles of hand apply an equal force in the upward direction. This force just balances the force of gravity due to Earth and does not cause any motion.
Okay, this is the reason. Okay, now what they are telling that before now, just now I just explained you about the if we are taking the up full of bucket, you know, if we are taking a full of bucket or we are just carrying a bag. Okay, okay, yeah, this is a big best example when you are coming to the school and you are carrying a bag at your back, isn't it? है ना? All the books and copies in it will very a big heavy materials after you when you grow up. Now after when you are small it is very less, but when you grow up it is full of na. So you, whatever the load you are taking at the back, okay, this is also because a particular object also carry a weight and that weight is attracted towards the earth, so that's why the gravity is there, that's why the way the object is feeling weight is there for that particular object. Okay, so in that what we are doing, we are just using our muscles. Okay, for muscles we are doing to apply, to take the force and to take the things. Okay, that is okay. Now yes, thank you Ashi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now investigation is there. Just we will see what is the investigation. Who can read? Jyoti Mishra can read. Yes, Jyoti.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yes,
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. 3.1 investigation you read out.
Ma'am, ma'am, cut a rubber strip 10 centimeter long, 1 centimeter
Now here
wide.
what
from
you
a
are showing,
pole-
what you are going to investigate, that you read out. What you are going to
Hello?
investigate, beta?
Ma'am, to show that weight of a body is a force.
Yes, we are going to investigate the weight of a body is a force. We are just want to yes, tell me. Confirm it. Okay, we are going to confirm it. Weight of a body is a force. Cut a rubber strip.
Ma'am, cut a rubber strip 10 centimeter long, 1 centimeter wide, and old rubber tube of a bicycle. Fix the rubber strip to the edge of a table with a drawing pin as shown in figure 3.12a. Now pull the rubber in the downward direction with your hand as shown in figure 3.12. B. You will see that rubber gets stretched. Thus, the force pull causes stretching in rubber tube. Now, suspend a heavy stone from the rubber strip with the help of a strong cotton thread, as shown in figure 3.12. See, it is seen that rubber strip gets stretched. What caused this stretching? Obviously, it is that weight of stone which cause stretching similar to the stretching caused by pulling it. This investigation clearly proves that weight is a kind of force.
Yes, okay. Thank you. So see, listen students. So see here is investigation is given. You can see the picture on the book. Okay. You can see the picture on the book. What the investigation is telling. Now, if we are keeping a rubber strip of 10 centimeter long. Okay. Then what we are doing? And 1 centimeter wide from an old rubber. Okay. And a tube of actually it is a tube of a bicycle. From that, we are stretching the rubber in the first part. What we are doing, we are stretching the rubber. Stretching the rubber. Then what happens when we stretch it? The rubber gets stretched, and thus the force causes stretching in rubber tube. Okay. Now suspend the heavy stone. Now what in the next part? What they are doing? Suspending the heavy stone in it. Heavy stone in it. Then what happens? Okay, we are just heavy stone is suspended to a with that rubber strip. Now what happens? Now you can see now here help of a strong cotton thread as shown in the figure. So see in the figure it is very shown clearly. The third figure you can see in the third figure that is an edge of a table, and a stone is tied on it, okay, with the rubber strip, then what is happening? You can see the weight of a stone which causes stretching similar to the stretching caused by pulling it. Okay, the investigation clear because the weight is means weight is pulling, na? When we are stretching also different position, and the heavy stone, how much weight the stone is having, up to there only it reaches. So we can say that a body, a weight of a body is a force. Okay, students. Now investigation 3.2, Himnish can read. Yes, Himnish.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am.
3.2 investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
Read out.
Ma'am, take a piece of dry paper and tear it into small bits.
Yes.
Place the bits of paper on the tabletop. Now take a plastic ruler from your geometry box. Rub its one end with your hair. Hair must be dry or use wooden blower. Bring the rubbed end near the bits of paper. It is seen that paper bits are attracted towards the plastic ruler as shown in figure 3.13.
Okay.
It is because the plastic gets electrically charged when rubbed with hair or wool. This electricity so pulls the bead of paper towards itself. This investigation clearly proves that electricity is a kind of force.
Now here we are going to know about electrical force. Now we have learned muscular force, mechanical force, gravitational force, and one of the investigation that is to the electrical force. That to show the electrical force. Okay, here which example is given now? See, this investigation is related to the electrical force, that is when a bit of paper, okay, we have in the small summer classes we have done this. Actually we are just rubbing with the hair scale and rubbing with the hair because oil we have in our hairs, isn't it? Yes, students. Yes, Himnish.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are having some oil in our hairs. That is actually when we are rubbing it, and when we are keeping the scale, and it is the things, whatever bit of paper is there, it gets attracted, isn't it? And can you say some more example, Himish? Can any example coming in your mind, Himish? Other students, lower your hands. Just tell me, anyone can tell me another one more example related to this electrical force, this type of force. Lower your hands. Those who know, they only raise the hand. Any example by seeing the scale example, something coming in your mind? One more example is there. Yes, anybody? Yes, Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi can tell. Okay, Saksham.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me, any example is coming in your mind? Any another example?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, take a balloon and take some salt. Ma'am, rub the balloon on the towel and place on the salt.
Yes, very good. I guessed very well. Okay, that is a good example. Yes, Saksham, very good. So when we are rubbing, okay, that is what you said about the towel. Okay, this also we can do. How we are doing the scale, the same thing we can do with the balloon also. Balloon also we can just rub it on your head because oil is there in our hand. So when we are rubbing it, automatically the force is there to attract some place. It will just stuck on the wall. Okay, when we just rub it on the hair and we will just stuck on the wall, it gets stuck in it, isn't it? Yes, Aksham.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so this is an example of, by this investigation we can prove that the electricity is a kind of force. Okay, electricity is also a kind of force. Now next we move to the, okay, thank you, Himnish. Yes, Vaishnavi can tell me. Vaishnavi, are you there? Vaishnavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me about magnetic force. Read out. Yes, Vaishnavi? Okay, no response. Divyansh? Divyansh?
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, tell me about magnetic force. Read out.
Ma'am,
Read. You don't have the book, Divyansh? Okay, Satyam?
ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes, our doubt session will be there. First, you just tell me. 15 minutes doubt session will be there. At that time, you ask. Now, you just read magnetic force.
Ma'am.
Divyansh?
Ma'am.
Yes, who is this? Yes, Satyam? Satyam, are you there? Satyam. Okay. Aradhya? Aradhya? So I hope students, when I'm talking to you, just open the book, na, at least, so that you will be ready. Okay. If you are raising the hand, you should be ready with the question, and whatever I'm asking, you should be ready with it. Na? I hope you are watching it. So, yes. Arisha?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Arisha. Just read out magnetic force.
Yes, ma'am. The
Yes.
force by which a magnet attracts or repels object of iron, steel, nickel, and cobalt is called magnetic force.
Okay. Now here what they are telling. Now next we have learned muscular force, mechanical force, gravitational force, electrical force, and the fifth point we read about. I'm just writing over here. You will not able to see, no? So next is what is that? Magnetic force. Okay. This also come under the non-contact force. Okay. The muscular force only come under the contact force. Mechanical force, gravitational force, electrical force, and magnetic force all will come under the non-contact force, because it is nothing is because our body is in not contact. Okay. So yes, it is telling magnetic force, the force by which a magnet attracts or repel. Now magnet, if we are keeping, it is attracting also, it is getting attracting also, or it is get repels also. It moves away. Okay. So that happens with the objects like iron, steel, nickel, and these type of things are used. Okay. Now read.
Substances like iron, steel, cobalt, and when placed in a coil carrying electric current, develop a strange property of attracting tiny bits of iron or steel towards themselves. This strange property of attracting iron or steel objects towards itself is called magnetic property. The substance which has the above property is called a magnet.
So we
And-
have, I hope you have not come across the next, when you will read the another chapter about magnet, then you will recognize about this. Okay, this the whole chapter is there for magnetic force, no? So you will read in the next more other classes, in the further classes. Okay, in that what we are seeing that whatever iron, steel, cobalt, nickel, these type of things only get attracted with the magnet. Okay, because it is having a magnetic property. These materials have, these substances having the magnetic property. That's why it is getting attracted with the magnet. Okay, so that property is called when it is attracting, whatever the substance, when it is attracting, that attracting attracting, then that property is called a magnet. Okay, students? Yes, read better.
As the objects of iron or steel move towards magnet, therefore we can say that they are acted upon by magnetic force. Following investigations will prove that a magnet has a
Now
magnetic
here
force.
we are having two investigations. Here we are having two investigations to prove it that how the magnetic force is applied. Okay, how we can say that magnetic force is acted upon the object or a substance. Okay, student. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Shauri can tell. Okay, thank you, dear. So, Shauri can tell me about it, about the investigation 3.3. Shauri, yes. Okay, by mistake, lower your hand. I have done. Okay, sure. Abhinav can tell. Yes, Abhinav.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, bring the North Pole mark end of the bar magnet near a glass ball contains common pin. It is seen that as soon as the end of the bar magnet come closer to the common pin, they are pulled toward the magnet. Thus, the investigation clearly proves that a magnet
Exerts a magnetic force.
which pull the steel pin toward itself.
Yes, that only I said you before also. The substance which is having a magnet property, okay, the substance which is having a magnet property, that substance only get attracted to the magnet. Now here you are seeing in this magnet, what you are seeing, the nails are having the property of magnet. So that's why this substance is attracted to the magnet. Okay. Now here, so we can say by this property, by this investigation, we can prove that if the magnetic force is applied on the substance. Okay. Now, for example, if I am taking a magnet and I am taking a chalk, then does it will get attracted? Yes,
No,
it will get attracted better.
No, ma'am.
I'm taking a magnet, I don't have, but I'm taking a magnet. If I'm attracting the magnet with the chalk, it get attracts?
No, ma'am.
No, because what is the reason? What is the reason behind it? Can you tell me?
This is not iron, steel, nickel,
Yes,
and
because it is not having the property of magnets. Because magnet is only attracted to the steel, cobalt, nickel, these type of things, not the other things. Okay, so this chalk is not having the properties of magnet, so it is not get attracted to it. Okay, the next investigation. Thank you, beta. Next, Garim Amreshwar.
Magnetic force.
Next, investigation 3.4.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, place a small toy car made of iron on the glass table top. Under the table, hold a horseshoe magnet to that so that it is directly below the toy car. Move the magnet towards right or left. It is seen that the toy car will follow the movements of magnetic. Repeat the investigation by placing the toy car over wooden table. It is seen that the car will behave in the same way as in case of glass table top.
Yes, okay. So here this investigation you can do at home. Yes, students?
Yes.
Because,
Yes,
for example, if I'm taking a paper and keeping the magnet over here and keeping any iron material over upside, then what will happen if I will just move this magnet like this, then it will also move the upper part. It will move or not? Huh? Yes, it will move because the magnet property is having in the steel. But if the glass is in the middle or anything is in the middle, but a hand will not do. But if the glass or paper is in the middle, but it is not, the property will not destroy. Okay, it will carry on as it is, and it will move. The substance at the upside, it will move. The same, this investigation you can, as a homework, you can do it, Adam. You can see, watch how it happens. Okay, you can see when you are keeping the magnet at the down of the table and keeping the car, a small toy car, because it is having an iron material in it. That's why it is moving. Otherwise, it will not move. Okay. So from this investigation, what we are concluding, students, that is a magnet exerts magnetic force on the objects made of iron. Okay, whatever the material, which is steel, cobalt, but in its, the substance of the property of magnet is there. Some material of iron is there. That's why it is get attracting. Okay, the first point is this. Second point is the magnetic force can easily pass through substance like wood or glass. Okay. So whatever the substance in the middle, but it will pass to another substance. Okay, students. So I hope you all of you understood this content very clearly. Thank you, students. Have a good day.